This 999 call sounded real. It sounded desperate. It sounded like a man watching his whole world fall apart. But in court, prosecutors said something shocking. They say it was an act. And that is where this case changes completely. Let's go back to December in Lurgan, Northern Ireland. Cold weather, Christmas lights, quiet streets. Inside a home in Silverwood Green, Natalie McNally, aged 32, was found dead on Monday, 19th of December 2022. Natalia was 15 weeks pregnant. The man who called 999 from her house that night was Stephen McCullagh, aged 36, from Lisbon. On the call, he can be heard crying. He tells the operator, "Please come as soon as you can. She's pregnant. She's cold." He says there is blood everywhere. He sounds broken. If you only heard the audio, you would think this is a man in shock. But in Belfast Crown Court, prosecutors told the jury something very different. They said that call was performance. They said the killing had already happened the night before. Now this is where the timeline becomes very important. The prosecution told the jury that Natalia was killed between 8:15 and 9:30 on Sunday, 18th of December, not Monday. Sunday. But the 999 call was made on Monday night at around 10 in the evening. So that leaves almost an entire day between the time prosecutors say she died and the time the emergency call was made. That gap is the heart of this trial. According to the prosecution, this was a planned and calculated murder. They told the jury that McCullagh claimed that he was live streaming online from 6 in the evening until midnight on Sunday night. He said he had been drinking during the stream. He said Natalia was upset with him. He told police the last time he heard from her was at 7:15, 9 that Sunday evening. He already told officers that he went to her house on Monday evening because she was diabetic and he was worried she may have had a health emergency. He said he found her at the top of the stairs and then called 999. He also suggested that an abusive ex-partner of Natalie could have been responsible. But the prosecution says the live stream was not live at all. They alleged it was pre-recorded. They told the jury that while that video was playing, McCullagh traveled by bus from Dunmurry to Lurgan, went to Natalie's house, killed her, and later returned home by taxi. That is the prosecution's case. They said the digital stream was used as an alibi. And if that is true, it changes everything. In court, the jury heard details about Natalie's injuries. The prosecution said she suffered multiple stab wounds. A pathologist noted compression of her neck and bruising consistent with finger marks. There were 3 wounds to her neck. There was blunt force trauma to her head caused by at least 5 heavy blows. The prosecution told the jury that either the neck compression or the stabbing injuries could have caused death on their own. When emergency services arrived on Monday night, paramedic Graham Thompson said it was clear there had been significant blood loss. He described seeing a man on his knee performing CPR. He said McCullagh was visibly upset, but Thompson told the court there was no hope of helping her. Police officers who arrived at the scene also gave evidence. The police at the scene told the court he saw a knife about 3 or 4 feet behind Natalie in the living room area. There was blood on the carpet, on the floor, and on the walls. Body camera footage play in court showed the officer saying, "I know this is hard." McCullagh was arrested at the scene on suspicion of murder that Monday evening. He was interviewed the following day. He repeated that he had last seen Natalie at his own home and that he went to check on her Monday evening out of concern, because he said he had been live streaming during the time of the alleged killing. He was released from custody on the 20th of December. But now, in this trial, prosecutors say that stream was pre-recorded, and that is the key issue for the jury. Was it truly live, or was it a planned cover? McCullagh denies the charge of murder, and in a criminal trial that denial matters. The prosecution must prove their case beyond reasonable doubts. The jury of 6 men and 6 women must listen carefully to all the evidence. They will hear about digital records, travel detail, forensic findings, statements made at the scene. They must decide whether the timeline presented by the prosecution is supported by the evidence. They must decide whether the 999 call was genuine panic or an act. Natalie was 15 weeks pregnant when she died. The court heard that McCullagh was the father of the unborn child. This case is not just about one life lost. It is about a mother and her unborn baby. It is about trust. It is about wherever technology was used to hide something terrible. And it is about what really happened in that house on a Sunday night in December. The trial is ongoing. The jury has not yet reached a verdict. They will be asked to decide what the evidence proves. Until then, what we have are allegations from the prosecution, a denial from the accused, and the community waiting for answers. If you want fast updates on Irish true crime, subscribe. We cover everything before it hits mainstream headlines. Thank you.